Do you think YouTube is the cause of piracy? That was a question that was asked on lockergnome.net the other day, or maybe it was in a YouTube comment thread in one of our videos. Either way, one of you asked the question, and it's a good question. Unfortunately, the answer is both yes and no. Yes, in the sense that YouTube has made it so simple to take a video, put it on the web, and share it with the world and really not cost you anything to upload or to view effectively. You may not own that content. Still, the process itself is pretty simple, and that's the beauty of YouTube, is it is easy to use. So the ease of use in terms of sharing this media has certainly contributed to the problem of piracy or uploading and sharing content that you really don't have the rights to. And no, YouTube's not the cause of piracy. People have been pirating media since they could, right? Like long before media, I'm sure, was even a word, people were pirating. Taking something that wasn't theirs and trying to make it look like it was theirs. So, I remember back in, here was the late 90s, when I had friends who were downloading on Napster these MP3s, and they say, "Hey, you want a disc? That's a nice disc here. It's got some MP3s. You can listen to them." And I was like, "Why? I don't. I'll just buy the album, right? It's just cleaner, and then I don't feel like I'm cheating the system." Yeah, I know. That's just the way I am, right? If I don't own the rights to it, what gives me the right to take, effectively money out of somebody else's hands? That's just not, it's not for me. Might be for you, not here to pass judgment. Either way, YouTube's not the cause of piracy. It has, of course, made it easier to do. I think we are having to be increasingly mindful of media that is out there, and you think it's free for the taking, right? Well, I can play it, therefore it should be free. Well, let's just fast forward to a time in your life where you've created something, you've spent a lot of time and a lot of money potentially on something, and you want to sell it. This could happen. And let's say you're trying to sell it, and someone takes that content and they distribute it without your permission and effectively rob you of hundreds, thousands, dare I say millions of dollars. Would that make you a happy camper? If someone just came along and said, "Hey, you know what? You suck, and you suck so much. I'm going to pirate your content because I like it, but you still suck. Therefore, you don't deserve." I don't know where the hell this accent came from. Really, the idea is that you don't want to take money out of somebody else's hands. It's stealing. No matter how you look at it, you're stealing, right? Okay, again, not passing judgment. If that's something you want to do, fine. I like having a clean conscience. It's just the kind of guy I am. Straight-laced. So, YouTube's not the cause of piracy. It's just made it easier. And in fact, YouTube's cracking down pretty hard on content that you've uploaded that really isn't yours at all. In fact, if you've uploaded content taken from one of our earlier videos, chances are you'll see a little thing that says the content was produced by Chris Perillo, or I think Geek or Locker Room, or whatever we're calling it these days, the YouTube channel. This one, whatever this YouTube channel is. And that's we flagged it. We said, okay, fine, you can run it on your channel, but we're going to run ads against it because this is our content. And I'm generally okay with that because I can track it and I can run ads against the content that I've done. If you take that content and you do something else with it, that's where I really kind of get upset. Especially if you don't cut me in. Especially if you don't tell me, right? I'm like, there's a fine line between having fun with something and trying to make money from somebody else's effort, or trying to take money out of somebody else's hands. So not that I'm turning this into a lesson, but really, what am I going to say about did YouTube really cause piracy to happen? No, it's just made it easier. I just encourage you not to do that because effectively you're ruining your chances for YouTube partner at any point in the future if you do that. If that doesn't interest you, fine, okay. But piracy is going to continue to happen. I argue that media companies need to embrace it, and I have, absolutely. Share it on YouTube. If the content's flagged as ours, we're good because effectively we're saying, yeah, that's our content. That's usually how the YouTube handles it. The Google. Yeah, I haven't really messed around with the Creative Commons licensing on YouTube, although this is probably a good time to throw this in there. You know, I'm a fan of Creative Commons. It's just that I don't know that I want to give you every bit of permission to do anything you want to do with something that has worked very well for me in terms of, you know, putting food on the table. But we can talk, right? You know, if you want to do something, just let me know. I'm so easy to get a hold of. Chris@Perillo.com. It's my freaking email address. At Chris Perillo on Twitter. I'm on Empire Avenue. Of course, you knew that. Facebook.com/Chris Perillo. I'm impossible not to get a hold of. Just let me know. That's all you got to do. You'd be surprised at how frequently I'll say yes or we'll work something out. It's all good. Either way, you're more than welcome to join us in the chat room. They're geeking out. Right now, as a matter of fact, I'm watching it. I shall go to Facebook. Let's not spread medical misinformation. I don't know what they're talking about right now. Honestly, the chat room, I like talking with the chat room, but ultimately when I go into a chat room, it's like, you know, they're talking to themselves with other people in the room. It's kind of weird. So if that's what you like, fine. Stop by. It's part of a live video feed going out over the web 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.perillo.com. We'll see you later.